have a microphone is because I've got a kitty. Hi, Charlie. Hi. A kitty on my lap. So, so normally the microphone's sitting right there out of sight, but I want to make sure I've got good audio and kitty on my lap. So here I am. It's Ella. I'm here to talk about how to use your Facebook author page. And so I had put a post up about 10 minutes ago. We got a couple questions on there. So I am going to get to those questions. First, I want to talk a little bit about Facebook as a platform for authors and some of the mistakes that people made real quickly and what people, oh, there he went, what people actually expect. So here's the thing. A lot of people, you'll see a lot of people do Facebook author page, promotions. They'll go like, hey, come like my page. And you'll have like a bunch of people, random strangers like your page. And, ultimately the idea is for them to purchase your book. But the thing is, people don't come to Facebook to buy stuff. Like, people don't come to Facebook in a mindset to buy. People come to Facebook in a mindset to socialize. Like, what's going on over here? What can I find out what's happening? It's a social media, and that's what people come here to do, is to be like, what's happening? How can I talk to my favorite people? Who's had a baby? Kittens. I love kittens. Okay, so they're looking for social stuff when they come to Facebook. And so like, what does that mean for you and your books, right? What does that mean? I'm going to tell a little story. When I was younger, I read, when I was younger, I read Kaim Potok's book, one of his books, and I loved it. I was like, oh my gosh, this book is incredible. And I had to like search around and find his like publisher's address somewhere that I could try and write him a letter being like, I really loved your book. I think I may have done this with Madeline Langle as well, trying to figure out how to get in contact with them. Like, I don't know, there's an address somewhere here. I think I'll use it, and hopefully maybe this letter will get to them. Maybe, and maybe if I'm extremely lucky, I'll hear back from them. Well, I did hear back from Kaim Potok, and it was incredible. And I was like, oh my gosh. Ah. Now, he wrote me an actual letter, like a typed out letter. It wasn't very long, but it was like a response. Now, here we are, 20, I'm not telling you how many years later. And we have the ability to talk to our Facebook, or our favorite authors on Facebook. We have access to them on Facebook, which is incredible. You can go find them and be like, I loved your book, and they will see it, and you'll know they'll see it. It's awesome. And I'm going to do a little bit of a switcheroo on the mental thing here for you, okay? You guys are the authors. You're not the fan anymore. You are the author that somebody's like, oh my gosh, Randy Smith. Oh, I can't believe I love your books. Okay, that's you guys now. So what if my little self had written this letter to my favorite author when I was a kid, and we're all still fangirls and fanboys, right? It's not that different now that we're grown up. Okay, but what if I had written that note and all that I'd gotten back was like a spammy postcard that was like, buy my book. Oh, it would have been terrible. I'd have been like, wow, I spent all this time like reaching out to this person that I thought was so awesome, and I loved his stories, and he's a writer, and he couldn't write me back a letter, but he didn't do that. But what if he had? And I think, and I'm hoping that this story kind of demonstrates how it can be really, how people are misusing Facebook as something to just drive sales instead of using it to interact with their customers and potential customers, okay? Because it's a social interaction. And fortunately for us, most of it's writing. And guess what? You guys are writers. Yahoo! You've got a head start on most of us, okay? So you're Now, not all of you are reaching out to people who have already read your book. A lot of you are reaching out to people who have not read your book. But that puts you even more positioned to want to reach out socially than try to just sell to people because they haven't even read your book before, right? Like if I have somebody who I've read their book and I really liked it, and then they tell me they have another one out, that's a different situation. I still would like, a little bit of courting, let's say, but I'm like, yeah, I want to read your book. I like it. But you guys, if they haven't read your book, you're not even in that situation. So, they don't know you, they don't know your work. So now, how do you interact with them? And that's the key question, right? So here's what to do. You pick. I want you to. There's a starting point. Here's one thing that you can do. Pick 5 to 10. Say hi to Charlie. 5 to 10 of your favorite kitties. No, 5 to 10 of your favorite authors that are writing similar things to you or have similar in your same genre. Okay, so like sorry, I'm sorry. Right at the good part, here comes Charlie. Okay. Pick 5 to 10 authors that are in your same genre and whose books that you actually really enjoy and whose books are somewhat similar to your own books. Okay? And write their names down and then go and make sure to follow them on Facebook. And Facebook has it so that you can actually read anything that they post first on your news feed. So anytime they post something, it'll come up at the top of your news feed. And I want you to do two things. Pay attention to what they're posting, right? Because they're successful. And then also start interacting with their fans because their fans are potentially your fans if you have similar genre, similar style books. Okay? So start interacting with them. Because the more you interact with them and their fans, the more people are going to be like, well, who is this? Who is this? Who is this April Thompson Woodward? Who is that? I need to go find out who she is. And they'll, as you start helping them and being a, genuinely nice person who people want to get to know because they're on Facebook, and that's the point of being on Facebook is socializing. Then they're going to start getting a little bit curious. You could be like, oh, I just wrote this scene in my book that's such and such similar to the one in this guy's book. Only mine has, I don't know, whatever it is. I hate coming up with creative scenarios on the spot. That is not my strength. Okay, so those are your tips to do. Start interacting with them. Start, socializing, like on Facebook, written socializing, thankfully, because you guys are writers. You should be all right with this. And then I also, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to stop, and this is going to be hard. I want you to stop just like gathering likes from any random person that will like your Facebook page. It feels good. It feeds the ego. It's like, I have 150 people on my Facebook page versus instead of the 30 that maybe you had before. But here's the thing. Would you rather have 100 raving super fans of you and your work? Or would you rather have 1,000 fans, but who were actually fans? They were just like people other authors that you liked, and they had no interest in your genre. They had no interest in your writing. Okay, sorry. They have no interest. I'm gonna get back to your question, Carrie. See ya. Love ya. Okay, but yeah, would you rather have 1,000 strangers who never go back to your page ever because they're just too busy promoting their own page, or would you rather have 1,000 raving fans who are like, I really like this guy, or I really like this girl. I really want to see what she's doing. I really want to see what she's coming out with. Well, I'm going to tell you, if you hopefully that wasn't super rhetorical for you, but I'm going to tell you, you want the 100 super raving fans, obviously, because word of mouth is so much stronger than just so much stronger than Facebook's algorithm that may or may not put these 1,000 people may or may not put your posts on their feed. Okay? So now I'm going to answer some questions. And then I have a goodie. First, let me tell you the goodie, then I'll answer the questions, then I'll talk about the goodie again. So I actually made a resource about what to post on your Facebook author page. And it's especially powerful in combination with the 5 to 10 authors that you follow, it's especially powerful in combination with that. But the link to what to post, I think it's like, I don't know, something like, it's at least more than 10. It might be 15. It's what to post on your Facebook author page, and you can grab that at All Writers Welcome / FB page. You know, FB, Facebook. So it's allwriterswelcome.com / FB page for Facebook page. Okay? And that's where you can get that resource of what to post. That's especially powerful with the 5 to 10. Okay, so Carrie, you said, I get like 20 posts from 3 authors, it seems, daily when their books came out in a romantic suspense group for writers and readers. I can post all day long in there and not one response or criticism. Just a continual barrage of, hey, buy my books. It's on Amazon. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a perfect example. That's a perfect example of not building a relationship and not using the platform the way it's meant to be used. When somebody goes to Amazon and they see a bunch of posts about, hey, buy my book, then yeah, that's what you expect, because you're like, hey, that's what I'm here to do, is buy books. Like, that's what I'm on Amazon to do. Oh yeah, they have other things on Amazon? For me, it's like books. Okay, so that's really a thumbs up, Carrie. I'm liking that. Yeah, because people aren't here to buy your books. There are a couple of Facebook groups that are specifically about buying books, like posting books to where you can sell them. And so in those groups, it's perfectly reasonable, and go ahead and do that in those groups. But in these other groups where people are here to socialize, it's not going to be as useful as you think. Okay, there was a couple other questions on the post that I said when I had 10 minutes, so I'm going to go over there and grab those, or just look at them. Okay, what all can you do with an author page? I'm looking to expand my content, but not sure what or how to do it aside from the few snippets and polls and links to other things I have in my writer's promotional arsenal. Okay, so like your website, your Pinterest, and the dreaded Twitter tweets. Okay. You should really go and grab that. You should go grab my what to post on your Facebook author page resource. It has, I think it has like 14 things of what to post, but I can give you a taste. I can give you a sample. A sample is, okay, one thing I really like is book recommendations. So if you recommend other books that are similar to yours and recommend them on your page, but then here's the key, and I think a lot of people don't do this, tag the authors of the books that you're recommending on your post, because the authors are real people just like you. So if you do a book recommendation with like a little mini review, you're like, I really love this book so much, and then you tag those authors, chances are they're going to pay attention, because hey, everybody likes people to like their books. So even if you're like the 100th person to like their book, they're still going to be happy. That's 100 people. And then and you're going to capture the attention of the people who also like those people, so they're fans. You'll capture their attention as well. In fact, you can take that a step further, recommend their book, do a little review on your author page, tag them in it, and then go back to their page and be like, I just love your book so much I had to write a review about it, and put that on their Facebook page. And then you're going to see all of those fans will see your post. Now, all of those fans, you know, Facebook algorithms, but the people on their page will see your post, and you start building relationships with everybody being like, you're like me, I also love these books, and guess what? I have a book coming out too. Okay, so that's one recommendation that's on the what to post on your Facebook author page. There's, I don't know, a dozen more things that you can do on your Facebook author page. Again, I'll put this link in the comments, or I'll put it up there somewhere. Does anybody have any questions right now for me? I'm here. So do you have any questions? While I read this link out again, which is allwriterswelcome.com / the / FB page for Facebook page. Okay? allwriterswelcome.com facebook.com/FB page. Any more questions, people? I'm here to help you make your Facebook author page awesome. You're doing great. You guys are doing great. This is not easy. We're going to make it easier. You're doing great. Don't worry if you're not getting a million T zillion D. million T zillion D people liking your page. You'd rather have true fans that really love your work than like 10,000 people that don't care about it at all. I would rather, and yes, and you, I'm telling you, you should too, because you want people who will go to bat for you, who are like, I love Carrie Moon. I love Derek Wallen. Okay, if there are not any more questions, you guys, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to put the links in. And then I know there have been quite a few. Oh, another question. Yay, Derek. Okay, Derek, I write in the sci-fi genre. Would you recommend using sci-fi conventions to publicize my book? I am not in the sci-fi genre. Derek, have you been to some sci-fi conventions? Are there people selling books there at the sci-fi conventions? Oh, sci-fi book conventions. Sorry, I'm thinking like Comic-Cons. I had a brain fart there. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know. It depends on what your budget is. If you have a good budget, I would say yes. And what I would say is to actually introduce yourself to the other people who are signed up there. So start, instead of just hoping that people come by your booth and, introduce themselves to you, I would actually, that's a really, really, really great networking opportunity for you to go meet the other people who are also promoting their books and services. And then you guys can cross promote once you build those relationships. And that's actually more powerful than the one-on-one interactions that you'll have with the people who just happen to be going by your booth. Does that make sense? I just finger shot you. Does that make sense? Sorry. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah. So that's what I would do, is build relationships with the other people. Yeah. Because those are the people who are building their own audiences and who are kind of go-getters as well, like you, Derek. Yeah. Okay. I'm here. Any questions, people? I'm here. Sending you love, sending you appreciation, sending you good writing vibes, good marketing vibes. You're welcome, Derek. I saw that. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for being in the group. Okay, anybody else need some help? Because I'm going to sign off. I'm going to be coming back into the group a little bit. I know I kind of disappeared for a little bit. I've been here casually, but I'm back. I'm so happy to be here with you guys, and we're going to be doing all kinds of fun marketing stuff in the next month or two. And if you got some value from this video, share it, like it, whatever, and go pick up that resource that I'm going to put into the links somewhere around here shortly. Okay? Bye, everyone.